Welcome, Pewter Report readers, viewers, and listeners to a brand new edition of the Pewter Game Day Show, brought to you by our friends over at BetUS. It's right about that time. It's Bucs versus Giants. We're going to react to everything that happens in this game. I'm your host, Matt Matera. Joined with me is my fellow colleague and co-host of the Pewter Game Day Show, Josh Queipo. Josh, what is going on? You ready for the return of Bucs football?
I am ready. I'm very happy after a very good college football Sunday. My fiance is an alum of App State with a big win over James Madison. Second year in a row they upset James Madison. And the USF Bulls took care of business and are going bowling.
Yeah, they scored like 53 points or something.
63.
Right?
63 to 30. Yeah, it was awesome.
Great. And the Bucs will get the ball first. I guess the Giants won the coin toss and deferred. So we'll get to see Baker Mayfield, also Mike Evans. And we'll see what's up with the running back situation as well. I literally, at 12:59, added Sean Tucker and put him in my starting lineup because I have Bijan Robinson, who's on a bye week right now. Yeah, so a little bit of slim picking on my fantasy team at the moment. So
yeah, I had to put in Devin Singletary for Bijan.
Bucs start with play action. Baker looking, dumps it off the hands of Cade Otton. Looked like a nice play. Otton had room to run, but it was slightly high on the throw from Baker, and ends up going incomplete.
Yeah, not a good throw and not a good catch. Both players there would like to have that back because Otton absolutely should have caught it, but Baker could have put a better ball on him.
Nicola Legistina says, gloves! All right, second down for the Bucs. Mike Evans lined up over on the left side, kind of in the slot area. Oh, it's a pony package. And they do a screen to Sterling Shepard. Of course, a little bit of a revenge game for Shep. Gets about 7 yards. So they'll set up a manageable third and short.
So first two plays out of the gate, both passing plays. Interesting.
Yes.
Also, both with very low average depth of targets, trying to get the ball out quick and neutralize the best part of this Giants team, which is their pass rush. Play action will slow down those pass rushers. Obviously, design screen is going to make it very hard for them to get to Mayfield. So you can see Cohen already working against the strength of the Giants.
3rd and 3, Jalen McMillan goes in motion. So, yes, he is playing. Over the middle, it's caught by Jalen McMillan, and he'll get to around the 48-yard line. You know, Josh, obviously this season's been overall disappointing with Jalen McMillan, and injuries have been a part of it as well. But in the few flashes he's had this year, it's been on third down. So nice to see him with a big pickup there.
Yeah, and very interesting that the Bucs seem to be going with some tempo here to start the game as well.
Baker lines up under center. Shepard goes in motion. They go play action. He's looking for Mike Evans, and it's caught by Evans, who gets about 8 yards on the play. Stay healthy, Mike. Stay up. Love it. He doesn't have to go to the ground. He gets out of bounds. Didn't get hit that hard. And it's a nice 8-yard reception for Big Mike back in the lineup.
Yep, 0.8% closer to 1,000 yards.
Yep.
So, again, very interesting. The Giants allow one of the highest yards per carry in the NFL against opposing rushing attacks. And the Bucs really have leaned in on their passing game to start with. And here they go with a pitch to Rachaad White, and that's going to lose a yard, setting up 3rd and 2. So first carry of the game, not a great one. But you have to imagine that the Bucs knew that the Giants were going to try and key in on the run game, and a little bit of just gamesmanship from Cohen, probably going with something that the Giants weren't expecting. Tempo, lots of passing to begin with. That was a good place to run the ball, 2nd and 1.
Right. Yeah, a little bit of zigging when the Giants are zagging.
Yep.
Don't hate it. All right, 3rd and 2. Saw the Bucs successful one time already on 3rd down. 3 seconds to go on the play clock. Oh, timeout. Oh, my God, they're using a timeout.
I mean, not a great way to use a timeout, but I guess
I'm just happy they did it instead of going for the
delay of game.
Yeah.
And maybe Baker's like, hey, I know my head coach is going to go into the half with 2 of these. I can burn it.
Yeah. I'm thinking Bowles looks angry having to use a timeout as if he'd rather take the 5-yard penalty. Effing crying emoji. I hope the Bucs get 3 yards on this play. So they get the first down. It's like, you see, Todd? That's my dream. Actually, I mean, there are way better dreams to have than that. Shepard goes in motion. Rashad up the middle for a first down and more. First down, Tampa Bay. Well done. Yeah, DeAndre Kadeem says, Todd Bowles about to have a cow. Baker used the timeout. All right, the Bucs, as we've seen on their first drives this year, moving and shaking.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I saw something earlier this morning that the Bucs averaged had the 4th or 7th highest average yards per play on first down, 6.2, puts them in a good position for 2nd and 3rd downs.
It's another. This one was more of a swing pass to Sterling Shepard. He makes the catch, but barely gets a yard. Mike Evans was not on the field on that play. It was Rakim Jarrett.
Yeah, not a great block by Jarrett. Just I think he could have probably thrown a little bit more. He is going up against Deonte Banks, who was a first-round draft pick, 2023 draft. I was a big fan of Banks. I really liked him coming out.
Yeah. 2nd and 9 for Tampa Bay. They are over midfield, getting closer to field goal range. Bucky Irving is in the backfield as Baker is in shotgun. Still no Mike on this play. Giants send a blitz. It's a screen to Bucky Irving, who makes the catch, heads up the field, and will be about a yard short. So another 3rd and short situation.
Yeah, another example of Cohen just really trying to be mindful of the Giants' pass rush, specifically Justin School at left tackle. Just giving him, he was basically out there just giving enough time for the screen to break, and Baker gets the ball out before the pass rush can get to him.
3rd and 1, Bucky Irving comes off. Rachaad White's also not on. So Sean Tucker's in the game. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. Shawnee Tucks on a 3rd and 1. Shepard goes in motion. They pitch it to Sean Tucker. Can he get to the outside?
That's going to be close.
Very close. I think you got to go for it.
Oh, absolutely.
You got a half a yard.
The one thing, like, I want to go for it, but the one thing that I think they need to be mindful of is just about every running attempt, the Giants have been able to get penetration very quick.
They have, yes. Nicola says, Sean Tucker? With a question mark. I like it, though. Bucs 4 for 7 on 4th down this year. I did not know that.
There you go.
6 seconds to go. Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up! They run to Tucker again. He gets the first down. Slams into the linebacker, but nonetheless gets the first down. Well done by the Bucs. They did the taboo move of going shotgun on 4th and short. But
yeah, I was very surprised at that. I'm not a huge fan of shotgun on 4th and 1. I think it takes the run longer than it needs to develop. But they got it. So results over process.
Good to see Sean Tucker get a couple snaps.
Yeah.
As Keys 44 says, roll Tuck. Now Bucky Irving's in the game. Mike Evans on that hamstring going in motion. Little play action. Baker avoids the pass rush. It's caught by Bucky, who, oh man, he almost got out of that second tackle. Ends up being a short game for Bucky. That's 2 catches on this opening drive for Bucky Irving. And the Bucs have essentially taken up half of the quarter on this opening drive.
Yeah, no, keeping the ball out of the Giants' offense and trying to run down the defense. Lots of plays. The only downside to that is it reduces your margin of error over time.
Yeah, true. Bucky Irving lines up out wide. Oh, we got the pony package. It's a run with Rachaad White, who hits to the outside.
Whoa!
Tries to leapfrog a player. He does, sort of, and gets the first down.
If only he had spun backwards while doing that, it probably would have been more effective and paying homage to his contemporary Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, that'll make Giants fans upset, of course. Flotten Newton with the tackle. White stays in the game, so no worse for wear after the big jump. Up more pony package. It's a screen pass to Bucky Irving, who breaks some tackles, and
that's going to be so close.
Oh, regardless, a great run by Bucky Irving.
Excellent effort
That'll
by
cash
all
the
of his
over
teammates.
on his receiving yards. So my parlay is done on the opening drive.
Excellent job by his teammates to give him that extra push. Cade Otton, Luke Gedeke, Cody Mauch, Ryan Miller, all in.
The cap came off of Gedeke as well. It's kind of fun. So it's either going to be a touchdown or first and goal at the 1. And Sean Tucker's in the game. Man, if he can score a touchdown, Vita Vea's in the game as well. Give it to Vita Vea. Give it to Vita Vea. They go with Sean Tucker, and he's in the end zone. What a great move by me, putting Sean Tucker in the lineup. And touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Bucs take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Let's go. Vita lines up. He doesn't get the ball, but it's a touchdown for Sean Tucker.
Great first drive. Just absolutely great first drive.
And the extra point is good by Chase McLaughlin. Bucs are now up 7-0 on really, Josh, what was a brilliant opening drive.
Yeah, I think if you think about all the elements you would want to see, there was a good balance of run and pass, getting a lot of different receivers involved, leaning into their screen game. They have one of the best screen games in football. They got Mike involved for a catch. Really made sure that they helped out School and the offensive line so that Baker wasn't affected by the pass rush. I think the only element of that drive that was missing, which has been missing for several weeks now, is a downfield vertical push, right? So that was the one thing, and not for lack of trying. They ran a couple of play actions where there would have been some type of vertical stretch element to it, just didn't pull the trigger on a throw of that sort. But phenomenal, mixing everything in. Love the use of 21 personnel, and they got all three backs involved.
Yes, all three. And all three had big moments. Rachaad White had that big run on the hurdle.
Yep.
Bucky Irving got down to the 1 yard line on the screen pass. And Sean Tucker punched it in and also had a big fourth down run as well.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Spot on analysis right there. Let's get to a couple of comments. Sorry, Stan Glassman says, my Bucky fantasy touchdown was stolen. What BS? Haplo says LFG. Nicola Legistina says, Vita! Pete, absolutely fired up. Furukawa says, man, a Vita Vea thick 6, it would have been awesome. JB, great opening drive. Slothmite says, would have been nuts to give it to Vita. Hey, later on in the game, like if this is a blowout, you never know. Q's44 says, oh boy, I'm happy. You should be. Sean Tucker with a big moment. Cincy Kid, woo! Yandre Kadim says, 14-play drive in 8:30 minutes. Holy smokes. Richard Taroka says, what a drive. Stan Glasson says, Bucky scored that touchdown his knees couldn't touch because of players under him. Probably the only person upset about the Bucs going up 7-0. Sorry, Stan Glassman. I have Bucky on one of my other fantasy teams as well. So
there you go. Yeah, I still have Shad, so that's 1.4 fantasy points for me. I'll take it for the first drive.
Oh, man. I literally just put in Sean Tucker minutes seconds before the game started.
That's awesome for you. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, and I went up against Nick Chubb, so that was tough as well because I wanted Jameis and the Browns to win because it's Jameis and all the tomfoolery that comes with it. But then Nick Chubb is scoring. I'm like, it's going to hurt my fantasy team, and I need to win this week if I want to have a shot at the playoffs. But nonetheless, shout out to you, Sean Tucker.
Now, this is the most interesting part. Todd Bowles has had 2 weeks to self-scout and figure something out. Now, I would say 25% of the problem he's had, probably a bigger portion than 25%. One of the major issues he's had over the last few weeks should be resolved with Jamel Dean replacing replacement level players.
Yeah.
But can he figure out?
Didn't even dress today.
No, he's fallen on hard times with this team. So can he figure out how to stop the middle of the field issues? And the interesting thing is, this is the quarterback to do it against because Tommy DeVito is much better outside the numbers than he is in the middle of the field.
Yeah. Oh, man. Kalijah Cansey just burst into the backfield, but doesn't matter. Tyrone Tracy ends up going for about a 15-yard run. Rich Taroka says, is Zion playing? Yes, he is. Farouk Kawab with a good point. That's how you rotate the backs, for sure. Dan in Florida says, my TV lost signal for the touchdown, but your call was great, Matt. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Always is.
Cincy Kid says, playoffs, Matty, talking about playoffs? Playoffs? All-time press conference moment.
Jim Mora.
Yeah. Giants, not as much success this time around. JTS with the tackle at the line of scrimmage. That'll be for no gain. I think the Mount Rushmore of press conference moments with the head coach, it's the playoffs that we just talked about. As the kid says, Herm Edwards, hello, you play to win the game. I also say Mike Gundy, come at me, I'm a man, I'm 40. And
and then, of course, Allen Iverson's practice. Talking about the practice?
Yes. I was thinking more like football and head coaches, but absolutely that's in there. And then Coach Green, RIP. Oh, my God, Tommy DeVito's going to run, and Vito annihilates Tommy DeVito with one hand. Is it Dennis Green or Denny Green?
I think he goes by both.
Yeah, so Coach Green with they are who we thought they were. We let them off the hook. I think that's got to be in there as well. Yeah, Shaggy. They are who they thought we were. All right, 3rd and 8 for Tampa Bay. The true first, legit passing situation for Tommy Cutlets, Tommy DeVito. Yeah, RIP Dennis Green, as Richard Taroka says. Oh,
and he is
not going to go Kalijah Cansey. I called that during the Bucs pregame show. There was a blitz off the edge. It looked like Isian. And Kalijah Cansey cleans it up. So the Bucs with a good first opening drive by the defense after the big run play. Let me get to the video. Hells to the yeah. Kalijah Cansey with the sack. 5 sacks on the season for Kalijah.
He's really coming on. I think I wrote about him earlier this week. And he needs to be just the best. He has to step up and become like a premier talent. He's got the tools for it. And you see the glimpses. It's just got to be a little bit more consistent because he is the best pass rusher on this team.
And eventually, if the Bucs can get the outside linebackers going, watch out.
Well, I think it's finding matchups for Diaby and finding ways he wins well on the inside. So I would want to see Bowles starting to create blitz packages that account for that. A lot of the issues that Yaya's had with not being able to clean up is because opposing quarterbacks know that he's going to the inside. And so it lets them just kind of leak out around him. And if Bowles can create some stunts where he's the crasher inside and they're looping, say, Cansey or Vea, they can actually get the quarterback to kind of run into a D tackle and really start to leverage Diaby's ability to win inside on tackles.
Yeah, I'm not giving up hope on Yaya just yet. Tom with a great comment. Tom with a great comment says, "Man, Kansas can get 10 sacks by the end of the season with their schedule." LMAO.
He's going to face some stiff competition. I mean, Carolina, for as bad as the team is, their offensive line is actually really, really good. I'm trying to think of some of the other. The Saints should be an opportunity for him. The Chargers have a pretty good line. I think.
Yeah, and they run the ball a ton.
They do. The Raiders should give him some opportunities. And the Cowboys have a pretty solid interior. But the quarterback play may help Kansas get a few opportunities that he wouldn't if Dak was still in there.
Pete says, Carolina versus Kansas City today. Thoughts? I saw the Chiefs are already up 7-3. I mean, it would take a Herculean effort for the Panthers to win, especially with the Chiefs suffering their first loss of the season last week against the Bills. Shout out to Diesel Roche, who's also a Pewter Report YouTube channel member, says, PR family, what's good? Happy to be back for game day. We are very happy to have you, Diesel Roche. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, there's no game last week, so missed you all. Happy to be communicating with everybody this afternoon. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're already doing so. And just a reminder, we will also have a Pewter post-game show when this game is done. We'll do it around 4:30, kind of whenever Todd and Baker are done speaking. Payne Durham goes in motion, bumps into Luke Gedeke, but Baker throws it, caught by Mike Evans, and once again, makes the catch, gets out of bounds, doesn't take too much contact. That's the first down, Tampa Bay.
And now you see, like, that one was thrown over 10 yards, right, in terms of air yards. So there's that vertical element that we were talking about. So layering that in, and now you've got kind of everything's hitting. So great start for the offense, great start for the defense, great start for the team, and that's what you need to see against a 2-8 squad starting their third-string quarterback.
Yes, with their second-string quarterback perfectly healthy, who is
right
not in the game yet this season. Bucky Irving hits the hole, gets about 3-4 yards. The rare run on first down for the Bucs. Ah, man, if only Rachaad White fully cleared the defender on that run, it would be an all-time highlight.
Would have been really cool. I thought something kind of cool to give the chat. I don't know. Some people hate this site, so they may hate that I'm going to do it. Pro Football Focus actually does live grading. It's not official because they have to go back and see, double check things. But every so often, I'm going to try and drop some Pro Football Focus grades for the Bucs players throughout the game. On the first drive, they had Baker at an 86.7, which is very, 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 very good.
Second down pass goes for no gain to Bucky Irving. Makes it a first 3rd and long for the Bucs today. And it's not even that long. It's 3rd and 6.
Yep.
Mike Evans goes in motion. Evans in the slot. Shepard out to the right. Baker throws. It's tipped in the air. And caught by
So really great block there by Bucky Irving, picking up the blitz on the opposite side, coming across the pocket and giving Baker the time he needed. And that was just a fantastic play by the defense back. Who was that? Tyler Newman?
Yeah, that was. I'm going to tweet Todd Bowles picks off Baker Mayfield. Actually, that'd be a completion. And Trenton Gill boots it away down to the 20. And solid job by the recovery team. Who's at the bottom there?
Javier Thomas.
Surprise at all. Javier Thomas.
He has had such a good season on special teams.
He's earned himself a contract for next season. I know he's on a 1-year deal, but I think he's played well enough where, I mean, I'm sure he'll be in demand from some teams for sure. Right. By the way, shout out to the Bucs fans that are at this game today. Oh God, I have Steve's COVID on.
Bless you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
And 'tis the season. I don't know about you, but I've got a bit of a frog in my throat, so you're going to hear me clearing it quite a bit throughout the day. So this is what happens when you get into late November, early December, and you have two children who go to school. They bring everything home.
Right. Stan Glassman says that short screen is getting way too predictable. I don't think they ran it on. Oh, they did.
The second down.
The throw on second down. Yeah. Well, you know what's going to happen? And Josh, you were the first one to identify it when it happened in week 2 against the Lions, is that Baker's going to do the pump fake for the screen and then hit someone deep. And that was the touchdown of Chris Godwin. Now, obviously, it wasn't Godwin this time, but
so a lot of times when
Cody Garrett says my throat hurts too from the opening drive. LOL.
Great comment, and I love the picture, Cody. So it looks like you have a lot of fun with your kid there. So a lot of times that screen, like, it helped them on the first drive. There's a good chance that Cohen used it on the second drive to create kind of a tendency that the Giants are going to want to attack, and there will be some type of change up. And Matt really did a good job of kind of illustrating it, that they did that in week 2, week 3 against what was it, the Lions, I think it was.
Week 2 was the Lions, yeah.
Yep. So where they'll throw this change up where they'll have the Lions basically aggressively try and stop it later in the game, and there will be some type of downhill or downfield element to it. So there's a good chance they're setting up a shot play, and you got to have enough looks at it to create the tendency.
Right. Screenplay blown up immediately by Levante David. And I know screenplay, like, you know, you're supposed to let the guys into the backfield a little bit, but early on, the Bucs are getting immediately into the backfield, like the sack. Oh, and they're starting offensive tackle. I mean, backup, but he is starting. But Jermaine Illuminor is questionable to return with a quad injury. So Giants may be down to their third string backup tackle.
I didn't realize Illuminor was backup for them. I thought they were using him as a starter this year.
I thought he was a backup. They run it on second down with Tracy. Illuminor. So third down. See what kind of blitz Todd Bowles comes up with. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, he's started every game up until last week at right tackle, and then they switched him over to left tackle in the wake of a Andrew Thomas.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of. Is the did they just highlight Brian Burns? Zy McCollum with the tackle. Wan'Dale Robinson's going to be very short. Mike Edwards also on the field on that play. Frukoff says KJ made a tackle, praise the Lord, and then Castro says, KJ, I can't believe it. Yes, I'm McCollum with the big stop on third down. We'll see what the Giants do. I mean, they're 2-8. You really got nothing to lose. And yeah, they're going for it. And they're in the dreaded shotgun. Up. Now he goes under center. Yeah, that's what you do. They might try to draw him off sides as well. Nope. They do an end around to Robinson. The Bucs. Oh, that's very close. I think the Bucs got the stop.
It's gonna come down to a ball spot. Not to be confused with a ball
short.
Spot.
Yeah, Todd with some
emotion,
like emotion. And the Giants are pointing one way. Bucs appointing another. I mean, can we just get to the measurement part? Like, what are we doing here? Okay, there we go. I think he's going to be short. This is one of those.
I don't know.
I don't know, Jim. It's my
He's short.
It's Bucs ball. Bucs ball. Bucs ball. With 1 second to go with the fourth quarter. What a defensive stop for the Bucs. Whoa, Nelly.
I'm trying to see who was in there on that stop. Was that Cansey? No, it was Yaya.
Yaya.
Diving from
Yaya,
2 gaps over.
And JTS.
Yep.
And that was drama. All right, Bucs have great field possession. This will be the last play of the fourth quarter. Ryan Miller in the game. Baker looks confused. Tommy Cutlets goes back to the little
Microsoft Surface.
Yeah. Yeah, ball on the 37. Tried the end around, couldn't get it. Oh, pony package. Bucky Irving, Dipsy Doodles, and finds a way.
3 yards.
All right, that's the end of the fourth quarter. Bucs with a 7-0 lead and are knocking on the door once again, folks. Been an entertaining first quarter. Let's see what the second has involved as well. Let's get to a couple of comments too. Dan in Florida says, fun. It has been fun. Q's 44 talk time. We'll see. Maybe. Stan Glassman says, only half the team seems to know the play. Let's hope that half is the offense, not the Giants' defense.
Yeah, I mean, to his point, I think some of these plays have come out a little jerky. Yeah, just doesn't seem to have a great flow to it. But I think part of that's also because a lot of these plays are RPO style. And so it requires a little bit of a delay for Baker to read out, the edge rusher and to figure out whether he wants to hand it off, keep the ball, throw it. But it's not smooth. It's not pretty. It's not Sports Center top 10.
Yeah. But if you're winning, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Because winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. Looking around the league, the Chiefs are leading the Panthers 10-3. However, as Stephen A. Smith would say, Carolina has the ball on Kansas City's 13th, so they are looking to potentially tie the game up. The Washington Commodores lead 3-0 on the Dallas Cowboys. 3-0. Miami up 7-0 on New England. A little bit of surprise here. The Tennessee Football Titans lead 10-7 over the Houston Texans. Another bit of a surprise. Detroit, the Lions are being shut out after one quarter. They trail 3-0 against Indy. Bears, Vikings, scoreless with 4:18 to go in the first. And those are all the games for 1 o'clock.
Lions just converted a third down. They were on the Indy 31 and now are down on the Indy 14. So it looks like they're about to change that score here in the near future.
Also, a lot of great 4 o'clock games. Not necessarily Denver-Vegas because Vegas stinks. And the Niners one sucks a little bit, not having Brock Purdy. But with that said, you got Packers-Niners, Seahawks-Cardinals. That should be really good. And then Sunday night game, Rams-Eagles, another fun one. So a lot of good football today. Baker and shotgun as we start the second quarter. Might have to move, Bake. Bake's on the move. Then he throws. It's caught by Evans. Go down. Chill. Yeah, there you go.
All day long to throw that ball.
Yeah.
And that is not an indictment on Baker at all. That is just me hyping up that offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean,
Baker
that was
only
a
had to move
perfect
a little
pocket.
bit.
He didn't even have to move. Like, he just chose to find a new window. But wow, all day long to throw.
Oh, Josh, I think you'll appreciate this comment. I'll get to it after this first and goal play by the Buccaneers, who are right at the 10, so they're going to have to earn those 10 yards. They're going to run it with Bucky Irving. Ah, man, kind of got slipped up right at the line of scrimmage. Diesel Roche says, speaking of SportsCenter Top 10, how about Ben Knox's play last night making number 8? Go Bulls. I'll be at the game this upcoming weekend against Rice.
That's awesome. I wish I could make it to more games. I thought about going to the one against Charlotte a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I just did not have the opportunity. There was unfortunately, we had to attend a funeral. So,
sorry to hear that.
But I appreciate it. But yeah, USF going bowling for the second year in a row. Wasn't the season I think most Bulls fans thought we were going to have, but we'll take second year bowling, a winning record. And I'm excited for year 3 under Alex Golesh.
Yeah, the program's on the up and up. And it's a screen pass to Bucky Irving, who once again is tackled at the 1 yard line. Is it going to be another Sean Tucker vulture time? Which
Rashad White would be nice.
Yeah,
I would enjoy the Rashad White touchdown.
I think it's gonna be Sean Tucker. It is Sean Tucker. Come on, vulture, and Vita Bay is in as well. It's the jumbo package again. They're gonna run it with Shawnee Tucks.
And he fumbled. He fumbled.
Oh, Baker. Oh God. Oh, what a weird play.
Yo, no one knew that happened except Baker Mayfield and all of us.
Ball security is the most important thing. However, if Baker could have stood up and picked it up, he would have scored. Payne Durham literally kicked the ball.
So, do we think they're just going to kick the field goal?
Yeah, make it a 2-possession game. I get it.
Yeah.
And the kick is good. Bucs lead 10-0. Man, that was wild. The kick.
So, 3 offensive drives, 10 points. That's not bad.
Yeah.
2 defensive drives, no points allowed, turnover on downs. This is what you were hoping to see. So far, so good for Top Bowls.
Yeah, and outside of the one run by Tracy, Giants haven't moved the ball at all. So can't be mad about that. I hope. Well, Drew says -2 on that Tucker fumble. I think negative points only occur when the other team recovers it. So hopefully that's the case for you. Yeah, unfortunately, who knows when Sean Tucker gets in the game again, knowing that he fumbled, but hopefully doesn't mean he's going to be benched. That was crazy.
It was.
Yeah, Kai Buck says Bucky wanted to stay in for that touchdown. He may get that opportunity now. I mean, he's been tackled at the 1 twice. Sean Tucker fumbled at the goal line. Might be time to Nucky if you Bucky.
Yeah, he looked visibly upset that he was being pulled out there.
While we are at a commercial break, why don't we talk about our pals over at BetUS? You can sign up with BetUS using the promo code Pewter. That's PEWTER, and get a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. Not just your first one, but your first 3. That never happens. I haven't seen that on any other gambling website. They have great customer service, quick one-to-one payouts, and you can bet on everything. Obviously, football's big today, but you got hockey in full swing, NBA as well, college basketball. It's feast week with Thanksgiving coming up. So a lot of great stuff. I know I like the under in the Seahawks-Cardinals game. So if you want to bet the 4 o'clock and 4:25 games, that's what I have my eye on. And you can do this all over at BetUS using the promo code Pewter. That's PEWTER. So check out some of the parlays, some live betting, all that fun stuff at BetUS.
I currently have a fairly large parlay at BetUS.
Hell yeah.
It's today. So far, the Lions are helping me. The Kansas City's helping me. The Commanders are helping me. The Bucs are helping me. The Texans are not. And then in the late slate, I've got the Broncos and Green Bay. All money lines.
Nice.
If they all hit together, it's almost a 5-to-1 payout.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I did a 3 money line parlay. I did the Bucs, Texans, who, as you mentioned, not helping out, and I believe Miami.
And Tommy DeVito goes down again.
Anthony Nelson and Yaya Diaby. Always fun when we get to use the Sub-Zero graphic. Haven't been able to do too much this year, but nonetheless, Yaya and A. Nelly teaming up on that one. Good for you, Yaya and A. Nelly. Seems to always show up one way or another. So 2nd and 16. Little swing pass. Nice tackle by Izzian. And we'll make it 3rd and long.
And this is where the Bucs can really tee off, right? And this is, life for the Bucs fans, right? Todd's not really doing a ton of different stuff. It's a lot of blitzing,
right.
5-man pressures, a lot of stunts. They're one of the stunt heaviest teams in the league. It's just the Giants offensive line can't handle it, whereas other offensive lines have been able to, and now they look phenomenal.
And Kalijah Cansey, learning from his mistake 2 games ago, does not touch Tommy DeVito as he runs out of bounds, and that is a 3 and out for the G-Men. Great coverage by the Bucs. Nobody was open. Players are in their spots. And, good pass rush. Vita Vea knocking the defender back, forcing DeVito to run. And the Bucs did a good job in pursuit of him. Bucs will get the ball back with Trey Palmer in pursuit of the football. But it goes out of bounds, so no return there. Bucs get their 3rd opportunity with a 10-0 lead. How fun is this?
Yeah, I think this is their 4th opportunity. They have a punt in there.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, they scored, then punted, then quick field position change. Yeah. And I regret to inform everybody that Joe Tryon-Shoyinka is questionable to return to the game with an ankle injury.
I think he suffered that on that 4th down stop. He looked like he was struggling to get up off of that one.
And it is such a big deal that Buccaneers Communications has tweeted it twice.
He's an important player. Ducks.
Yeah, but to get 2 tweets from Bucs Communications about it, it's a big deal. Oh, no, never mind. The Bucs retweeted Bucs Communications. Boy.
It's very interesting that they're one of the few teams that has those 2 different accounts. Not every team has a communications account on top of their normal team account.
Right. Yeah. I don't know, but that's how they do it. I like it.
Just a small update because I know it is very important to Bucs fans. Mike Evans already 3 catches, 48 yards. He had, I'm trying to remember how many he had coming into this game. 383, including today's total. So 617 away from that magic 1K.
That magic 1K. Mike Evans leading my fantasy team right now with 7.8 points. Sean Tucker at 630 or 6.3, I should say. Anyway, no one cares about my fantasy team.
I started Anthony Richardson today, which was a bit
really
of
that's
Detroit.
gutsy.
Yeah, 7.28 points so far. So not bad. Not bad.
Mark Alonzo, thank you for being a Pewter Report YouTube channel member, says, how has Mike Edwards looked? Anyone know? He's been on the field from time to time. I haven't called his name much, which I guess is good because they're not throwing the ball down the field. That'll be one of those things we kind of have to watch the whole tape to get a feel for it. But hey, no complaints.
Yeah, he's played 2 snaps, so
Baker's gonna tuck it and run. Nope, he throws it. It's caught by Payne Durham.
Payne
the House
Durham.
of Payne. Wow, good for him.
And that's like his calling card. That's literally like the only catch that Payne Durham can make is this down the sideline, tough, grab it over a defender style catch.
I do not know what the ref just said. There
No,
was
it's like no flag for illegal contact on the quarterback.
okay. Yep. Yes. Oh, look away, Josh. Nicola Logistina says, "Is that Gronk?" Tom says, "Bring the pain." Trey Palmer was just chatting with the corner, didn't even go to the huddle. Now the ref is saying more stuff that I don't know what he's saying.
So it looks like Aziz Ojulari is questionable to return. I didn't catch what the ref said.
Yeah. I think he said, what a gutsy performance by Baker Mayfield. That's got to be an illegal shift or something. Nope, it's just Bucky Irving rumbling, bumbling, stumbling for an 8-yard gain. Yeah, Bucky deserves a goal line carry. Unless Mike scores on a... Wow, are the Titans really going to ruin my freaking parlay?
Mine too, bud. I put a lot of money on that one.
What the heck, man? Okay, thank you, Cincy Kid. Says, ref said reset the clock to 40 seconds. And that's a false start on Ben Bredesen. Also a revenge game for him, having formerly played for the Giants.
True story.
Oh, yeah. By the way, this is the first game, regular season game, back at MetLife for the Bucs since Antonio Brown went insane. Actually, he was already insane before that.
I was going to say, I think
Antonio Brown said peace as they run it with Bucky Irving on second down. Somehow still going. Ooh, Drew Lock's holding a football. I wonder if they're thinking about a quarterback change or if he's just chilling. Thoit down for the Bucs, 3rd and 4. Rashad White in the backfield. Mike Evans lined up on his own on the left side. They run a quarterback draw with Baker. Get down, Baker! Baker, get down! And he gets out of bounds. And now the whole O-line comes over to Isaiah Simmons and says, don't do that. That's our quarterback. Luke Gedeke is pushing away Baker Mayfield. Mike Evans getting in the mix. Mike, your hamstring, get out of there. All right. Some pushing and shoving. Who would have thought Luke Gedeke would be John Cena and be a peacemaker?
I don't know if Gedeke was the. Oh, you mean Mike Evans being a peacemaker? Because
Gedeke at the end, like at the way end. Yeah, Baker went right after him. At the end, Gedeke like pushes away Baker.
I read that as him just saying, "Get out of the way. I want to get to this guy."
I see. Yeah, like he's not even in that. Yeah, didn't even get to the screen. Anyway, first down for the Bucs, and you got a pissed off Baker Mayfield who's going to throw deep. He's throwing deep down the field. It's caught by the other tight end, Cade Otton, and the Bucs are down to the 10-yard line.
That's helpful for my fantasy team.
Yeah.
Also, the Bucs offense, but priorities.
Furu Kawab says they don't pissed off Gus Swayze. All right. It's got to be Bucky Irving time, if not Sexy Chad.
I'll take Sexy Chad, but I do think Irving's earned it at this point. Like, if they don't give it to him, at that point, you got to start saying, like, who did he piss off?
And Baker's throwing, caught by Mike. Can he break some tackle? Go down, Mike. Your hamstring. He wanted that touchdown. Jet the Champ says, Mike, your hamstring. Second and goal for the Bucs.
I want him to get 26 catches in this game just to hear you do that over and over.
I will. It's like the water boy where the announcer keeps going, last game of the season, can't hold anything back now. And then like at the end they do the crazy play and he's like, and they didn't hold anything back.
And there's the touchdown for Bucky
Irving. Touchdown Tampa Bay. The Bucs take a 16-0 lead. They are pouring it on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I can do my touchdown Bucky tweet.
Ooh.
With the picture of Bucky from Buc-ee's. Touchdown Bucky. Hashtag Bucs. Bucs are pouring it on, folks. And the extra point is good by Chase Bank. 17-0. And hey, I mean, the way the Bucs defense is playing today, we'll probably get another offensive opportunity. Damn, he got launched into the end zone. That was funny.
Yeah, with 6:23 left, you would have to imagine that the Bucs offense is going to go at least one more opportunity in the first half. So, and I think it's very obvious the Giants are not a good football team.
Right.
So
they are going to fold as well.
Yeah, and the expectation should be that the Bucs, absolutely dominate them. The good news is they're meeting the expectation on both sides of the ball. So I want to caution people from taking too much away from this game, right? But at the same time, at the very least, they are meeting that expectation. That's important.
Also, listen, I don't want to get too far ahead. You can't, take the foot off the pedal, that whole thing. Mike Evans right now is at 4 catches for 53 yards. I mean, you're up 17. Maybe you score again. You're up 24. You're up 20. This is kind of the right game where if you want to start padding the stats of Mike Evans, knowing that the game is in hand, now's the time.
Touches.
Fourth quarter, yeah. For sure. Let's get to some of these comments. Nucky, if you Bucky, says BS83. Hell yeah. Cincy Kid says, Bucky, woo! Drew says hamstring watch. I love that. Hughes 44 says, good job. Tom, rooting for a 50 burger, says, come on, 50 burger. Dan in Florida says they're mentioning Cohen as a hot. I read this as a hot head, but no, as a hot head coaching prospect. Yeah. I mean, with what he's been doing, hard to disagree. Jeff the Champ says, LFG. Tom says, get to 24-0 and let Tuck run it again. Yeah. Cincy Kid says, we need 50 from the offense so defense won't lose it. I mean,
the defense has looked great. And yes, there's a reason for that. The Giants offense, especially with DeVito out there, a hobbled Malik Neighbors, that offensive line. Like, there's a reason. But the defense, I don't think you're going to need 50.
Dan in Florida says, En fuego with 4 fire emojis. JFon 426 says, I'm dying too, Josh. Get down, Mike. Your hamstring. Marty Aaron says, Giants only have 19 yards on offense. Yeah, that's rough.
So, if the Bucs can hold them to 0 yards and get at least a field goal, they will have more points than the Giants have yards.
Yeah.
That would be kind of a cool stat going into the second half.
Cincy Kid says, I will take 50 just in case as a cushion.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to argue with that one.
Mark Alonso says, this does look like a game Mike Evans can get 150 yards. I mean, yeah. He's on pace for a hundy.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would kind of stop that is at a certain point in the second half, the Bucs are going to go full run game and probably pull some starters if the score continues to separate like it has.
G-Men run it on first down. And that's the other thing, too. Like, none of the Giants have a strength, but the thing that they were doing best was running the ball with Tracy, like, on the season, or at least the past couple of games. You can't do that down 17. I mean, you can, but you're just going to blow a ton of clock and not get back into the game. So
yeah, it's going to make it difficult. I think Tracy they can use in a lot of different ways. He's a former receiver. So, and their game plan should be finding creative ways to get him and Neighbors the ball, and then Wan'Dale Robinson to a lesser degree.
Here's Tracy. Nice run. Gets the first down. Whitehead on the tackle. Dave, TMTMTL, says, make up your mind. Do you want to pad Evans' stats, or are you worried about his hamstring? Well, that's easy. I want him to pad his stats while he takes care of his hamstring all at the same time. Why don't you make up your mind about what T's and M's you want to use, Dave? T-Man Toggy says, score, stat lines? Well, if you see in the little ticker right there, the Bucs are up 17-0, T-Man. And
I can give you some stat lines. Yeah, Baker Mayfield is 14 of 16 for 160 yards. For those of you who don't like to divide, that's 10 yards per attempt. That's a really good number. Bucky Irving has 6 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. Don't let that 3.8 yards per carry get you worried. One of those runs was not very far and resulted in the touchdown. Rashad White, 3 carries for 14 yards. Baker has 1 for 9, and Sean Tucker has 4 carries, 3 yards, and a Gronk likes to call him a tutty. And I'll get back to a few more after this. Play action pass from Tommy DeVito, and he finds, looks like a tight end. Is that Theo Johnson, I think his name is?
Yes.
Could be wrong about that. First down for the Giants, and I think that might be their second first down on the game.
Yeah.
No, good little leak for him. I think he caught.
Yeah, I mean, occasionally the Giants are gonna make a good play. They are a professional football team, even though they don't know look it.
So receiving wise, Mike Evans and Bucky Irving both have 5 targets. Evans has 4 catches for 53 yards, and the Bucs swallow up another Giants run. It looks like Will Golston in on the tackle. Bucky has caught all 5 of his targets for 32 yards. Cade Otton has 1 catch for 30 yards on 2 targets. Payne Durham made a nifty sideline grab on his lone target for 26 yards. Jalen McMillan caught 1 pass for 11, and Sterling Shepard has 2 catches for 8 yards. So there's some offensive stats for you.
By the way, Houston cut into the Titans' lead. It's now 17-14. Chris Braswell in the game. And it's a sack for Vita Vea. Yaya cleans it up at the end as well. Vita Vea. And yeah, him too. But Vita's been doing friggin' everything today. Literally everything. Well done by Vita. Yaya as well. Makes it a 3rd and 16 coming up. And Bucs send a blitz. Winfield moving. And Tommy DeVito throws it away. He says, "What's the matter with you? Why aren't you getting open?"
Did you see that the Bucs sideline has some type of nonverbal call that emulates Angels in the Outfield?
No, but is it the
that one? Hell
yeah.
Javier Thomas was doing it as he was running on the field. A couple of looks like the special teams coaches were doing it. I just want to know what that call is now.
Yeah. Shout out Tony Danza. Shout out Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Danny Glover.
Yes. Shout out Danny Glover, of course.
Matthew McConaughey was in that.
Is he really? Holy smoke. It's been a very long time since I've watched Angels in the Outfield.
He played one of the outfielders, if I remember correctly.
Wow, very cool.
And
isn't the guy from Back to the Future in it?
Christopher Lloyd. Yep.
Yeah.
And then also, if you remember Captain America, the first Avenger, the cigar chewing guy that was a part of his team that he ends up saving like early in the movie and then becomes part of his team. He was also the bad guy in Stand Alone or something. One of the Rock movies. He's had a really good career as kind of a supporting actor. He was in this too. Now I got to look him up. Hold on.
In the meantime, Adam P. Park says almost halftime. Wow, this game flying by. Yeah, it's been fun too when the Bucs have the ball the whole time. Mia says, shout out Tony Danza, LOL. Yeah, big time shout out.
Adrian Brody was in it.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, wow. He played one of the players. And Neil McDonough, that's his name. He played Whitbacks. Okay.
Drew says, hold me closer, Tony Danza. Name that tune. Well, of course, it's the Elton John song, Tiny Dancer.
Yeah. Dermot Mulroney played Joseph Gordon-Levitt's dad.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
Just an act. He's a good actor. Like, he's been in some stuff. So.
Lucas Batiste says, if we score again, should we pull Mike? Absolutely not. Les Evans says, running the ball eats the clock up. Yes, it does. And when you're up 17, you can run.
Keep running. Keep running.
Yeah. Shout out Fergie. One of the best national anthems of all time. JK. A memorable one. By the way, I don't know her last name, but Sonia, who does the national anthems for the Lightning game, she's fantastic. She's exceptional. She actually didn't do it the other game, but the Lightning had like a saxophone player do the national anthem. I thought that was very interesting.
I was watching Bad Moms 2 the other night, trying to get in the Christmas spirit. And just because you brought up saxophone, they have the scene where Kenny G, like she kicks Kenny G out of the house and calls Mila Kunis a word I'm not allowed to say on the podcast, which is funny watching Kenny G use language like that or talking at all and not just playing his sax.
Baker with a swing pass to Bucky Irving. He makes a couple
the
of
entire
Bucky's still going. Look at Bucky go. Mike Evans with a block. And Bucky Irving gets down to the 45. He is running pissed off, and I love to see it.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit more careful with the ball at the end there. Whatever Giants defender ended up with the tackle almost got a strip on him.
I can't wait to see, like...
Drew Phillips.
the loop of like, hey, he started here and then ended up like all the way over there.
Oh, next gen stats doing dots.
Yes. Yeah, that'll be fun. Bucky Irving laughing in my face as I said to take the under in his receiving yard. And Sean Tucker's back in the game. Alert the presses. It's play action. Sean Tucker makes the catch. Alert the presses some more. And it's about a 6-yard gain. But PPR, that's a reception. And the Bucs are at the 2-minute warning. Bucky is electric. Man, I wish you could just bottle up this moment and the Bucs play like this every game. Oh, man, this would be a good time for the super bad meme. He's like, he's the fastest kid alive. And it's like, fuck your. Yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can.
What have you got?
It's it's Seth Rogen. That's the cop. He's like, he's a freak. He's the fastest kid alive. Les Evans says this game is going to be a blowout. Yeah, probably. And this is where we can get silly because the Bucs are winning. We're having fun. They'll be on a 1-game winning streak. Chris Love says, guys, I've only had 1 beer. Good for you, Chris Love. He's an 813 with a logical point. Says White must have nicked something. He appeared to be limping a bit after he tried the Saquon leap. Interesting. I hadn't really seen him like walk or anything, but yeah, I don't see why Rachaad White would be like punished for anything. He looked pretty good when he was in the game. So yeah, maybe something happened to Rachaad White. JB says perfect game for a big man TD. Honestly, yeah. Q's 44 says second half Buck and Tuck show. Yeah, again, I feel bad for Rachaad White, but
and my fantasy team.
Yes, and your fantasy team. Yeah, in terms of importance, it goes your fantasy team, my fantasy team, and then what the Tampa Bay needs.
I'm definitely willing to share the pedestal with you. We can be even on the fantasy team needs, but 100% more important than the actual Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes, agreed. Oh. Wow, I don't know how Baker got out of that. I was fully ready for him to get hit. By the way, Kayvon Thibodeau's playing in this game. That is pretty big as well.
Yeah, he was set to come back.
Yeah, he's a really good pass rusher. 3rd-and-3 for the Bucs, who are outpassing the Giants 199-10. I can't believe that's real.
That's an unreal stat. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Let's get another Baker draw. Baker's throw is caught by Tampa Bay Trey.
Trevor Stickema on the field.
Yeah. Well done. By the way, like again, you don't want anybody hurt, but this forces the Bucs to be in a situation where Bucky Irving has to play a lot more on 3rd down, and it's going to be sink or swim when it comes to the pass blocking and the protection and that type of thing for him and the running back role specifically. So again, there's no perfect situation, but up 17 with the ball, Bucs defense playing like they're playing. It's the best time to kind of like see if Bucky Irving can hold it on 3rd down.
No, I agree with that though, 100%.
Richard Taroka says, did Trey Palmer wake up pissed off today? I mean, it's his first catch.
We would need to check the Twitter feed.
Yeah. I'm going to guess no. He hasn't really tweeted that much this year, I don't think.
He woke up mildly annoyed. I want to say I absolutely love this GMC commercial with the all-wheel steering. The way they make them like float. Just
I actually wasn't. I'll pay attention to it next time. Trey Palmer's last tweet was October 27th. And he tweeted, "This little cold got me pissed the F off this morning." So, yeah, he doesn't like being sick.
At some point, he needs to do a sponsorship for like therapy.
Yeah, that would be good. BetterHelp or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I used to wake up pissed off, but after getting the counseling I needed, I now wake up happy as a clam.
I think that the internet would have broken if on the Sean Tucker fumble at the goal line, if Baker, and I'm not saying he should have done this, but if Baker could have just picked the ball up and ran it in the end zone, the internet would have broke. Castro says, I'm surprised Trey Palmer didn't go to the Giants sideline, do 3 backflips, and talk trash for 10 minutes after that catch. It's normally a routine for him. Oh, great comment from JB. We'll get to after this play. 1st and 10 for the Bucs. 1:48 to go. Rachaad White's in the game now. Very, very interesting. JB says, before I used to wake up pissed off. Now I wake up mildly annoyed thanks to BetterHelp. So here's your Trey Palmer.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Full huddle. No timeouts being used. But they are also like down at the 30. So
yeah. White still in the game. Giants send a blitz. White picks it up. Short pass completed to Sterling. The Lord is my shepherd.
And we were talking about this being a revenge game for Sterling Shepard. I just want to point out he has more receiving yards than every one of the Giants' receivers combined.
This is where a villainous laugh should come in, where it's like, oh man, all these Brock Purdy commercials. He's not even playing. All right, some Bucs fans in the crowd. 3rd and 6, a minute to go. Bucs looking for another tutty. Oh, Baker's running. He's running for his life. He throws down the field. It's tipped, and there's a late flag. So hold your horses, folks. Not many penalties today, which I like overall. May be taken back. What's going on? I'm so confused. Oh, boy. Illegal use of hands to the face. That's a foist down for the Bucs as Baker does a silly little dance. And then points for a 1st down. Yeah. Can't do that on Mike. He's a Hall of Famer. Hall of Famers get calls like that.
He does. I think I mentioned it to you. Like, somebody was tracking. He now leads, like, since the year 2000, like, all receivers in DPIs.
Nice.
Attracted.
Oh boy. Nice.
Tristan
Rashad
and
White
Erden
makes something out of nothing.
And that's a first down.
That's a come on, ref. Give him the first down.
What's interesting is Rashad White never looks like he's moving that fast.
Yeah.
And yet, in those situations, nobody can touch him.
That was huge because I thought he was going to get tackled right there for a loss. All right, 22 seconds to go. Baker throws in the end zone. Could have been the revenge play for Sterling Russell Shepard.
I think he also had Rashad White open, and White would have gotten the pass underneath and probably been able to score there. Sterling Shepard, you got to catch that.
Yeah. 20 seconds to go. Bucs have both timeouts, so they can pretty much do anything. You got Shepard and Mike to the right. Baker looking. He's going to run up. He's going to run more.
That's a touchdown.
He's in the end zone. He was in. The ball crossed. Yeah. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield with a rushing touchdown. Oh, he's doing the Tommy Coughlin. Baker with the throw. Oh, my God. By Baker Mayfield.
Oh.
That is incredible.
I will say, I absolutely want chicken cutlets for dinner tonight.
Yeah, right? Oh, my goodness, Baker. Now he's going to break the internet. This is giving me like, oh, the extra point is no good. Whatever. It's 23-0. Who cares? Oh, I didn't even do the touchdown video. Oh, now I'm going to post the Baker emoji with the hand.
Oh, yeah.
That's comedy. Actually, should have done this. Baker. What? Where's the bacon guy? It's undercooked. These all look the same. Yeah, I'll do it on my phone. Nah, I'm not. Let's go. You. And then give me the hands. Give me the hands. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's going to be such an awesome picture. Well, Bacon. Oh, the disrespect. Diesel Roche says, did you do it for Bucky's touchdown run? I think I did, but hey, if not, screw it. Let's do it again. We're having fun. What a game. The Bucs lead 23-0. The one blemish being a missed extra point by Chase Money McLaughlin.
You think the Giants try and score here with 12 seconds left?
I hope they do a bunch of like crazy laterals and stuff. That'd be fun.
That would be. Do we have anybody from WDAE coming on for half?
No.
Hmm.
I think T-Kraz is going to join us later, but I'm not 100% sure.
All right. Well, in that case, as we go into the half, I think some of the highlights on offense, Baker's looked amazing. Absolutely incredible. Mike Evans looks back. The hammy looks okay, although I still expect anytime he's involved in anything for you to remind him.
Oh, I will.
About his hamstring. The offensive line has looked phenomenal. I want to say the Giants have maybe one pressure on the day. And I can double check that actually. Yeah, one pressure on a blitz. So offensive line's been dominant. It's allowed the running game and the screen game to kind of get going. The Bucs have 50 yards on 15 attempts. I know that seems like a really low yards per carry, but 4 or 5 of those attempts have been like on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, goal line type runs. But when they've called them in like 1st and 2nd down situations, those have all basically popped. Screen games look good. You've got a couple of receivers getting slightly involved besides Mike Evans. Cade Otton had a big catch. Payne Durham had a big catch. So on offense, everything's looking great. On defense, the Bucs defense looks phenomenal. Now, a good portion of that's a function of their opponent, but they are doing what they should be doing to an opponent like this. So I think all of that bodes really, really well for the team. Pass rush looks amazing. Vita Vea looks completely dominant. Cansey's getting a lot of penetration. Yaya looks solid on the edge. And then on the back end, Jamel Dean has not allowed Malik Neighbors to kind of run wild and the Giants to kind of create touches for him.
There's a case to be made that Vita Vea has had the best game more than anyone with what he's done. I mean, it's on the field, the only player to play on offense and defense today. That's
that
an
is
indisputable fact.
Levante's had a really good game behind him. Doesn't seem like it because like the stat sheet isn't filled up, but he's doing his assignment really well.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the proper Sopranos picture to use. Sopranos. Let's try Sopranos angry. Yes. I guessed it. Oh, man. Sorry, we'll get back to comments and everything in just a moment. You know what? Also, we're having so much fun. It very much feels like the type of fun you would have going on a cruise.
We're on the Bucs cruise. Of course we're playing pool volleyball.
Hey, we on the Bucs cruise, of course. Anytime I say Tampa, they will say Bay. Tampa! Hey! Tampa! Hey! Tampa! Hey!
We're on the Bucs cruise. Of course, I've got my Super Bowl 37 hardware. What do you think?
We're on the Bucs cruise, and of course we had a pirate night. Arr! Arr!
That's right. The Tampa Bay Bucs cruise is coming up March 7th through the 10th. Going to be a super fun time. Going out of Key West and then heading to Bimini in the Bahamas. They're going to have a Raise the Flags sail away party, VIP parties, a lot of fun interactions with players such as Yaya Diaby, Jordan Whitehead. Rashad White was there last year. Tristan Wirfs has been on the trip before, and a lot of other Bucs players. Also, Bucs legends will be on. The A-Train, Mike Allstott, is confirmed for it, along with Derek Brooks. So Super Bowl champions of before and probably currently as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't forget about the pool volleyball either. Who doesn't want to see Yaya Diaby lay the smackdown with a volleyball spike on an opponent? And, so a lot of great stuff, all-inclusive drinks. The important thing to know is you essentially have a week remaining to reserve your cabin. You will not be able to after December 1st. So December 1st is that last day to reserve a cabin on the Bucs cruise. You can go to TampaBayBucsCruise.com or give them a call at 800-975-7112. That's TampaBayBucsCruise.com and 800-975-7112. All right, let's get to some comments. Richard Taroka says, sorry, let's get back on the screen. Do Giants fans in attendance going to ask for a refund? Honestly, like, whether you root for the Jets or the Giants, I wouldn't even take free tickets at this point to see these teams. That's how bad it is. Tom says, great first half. What?
I was just kidding. I mean, there's another team on the other side of the field, so.
True. Yeah. Wow. Richard Taroka with a bold statement. Vita Vea greater than Deion Sanders.
That is very bold. And, yeah, bold.
Modern day, yeah.
Probably.
Currently.
He also has more toes than Deion.
That is true. And I don't know if Vita Vea ever lost to Kansas.
I just want to remind everyone, Deion took over a terrible program in Colorado last year.
Yeah, no, they're doing great things.
Done a very good job of turning them around. Still does not have as good of a record as Alex Golesh taking over an equally terrible program in South Florida. Golesh, the better head coach.
There you go. Point A to point B. Sorry, sending out another tweet. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Mark Alonso says, what's been going on with the linebackers? Are we using anyone other than Britt? I haven't seen Vi Jones too much. Maybe I just missed him.
I can give me 1 second. Let's see here. Levante's played 18 snaps. KJ's played 14. It looks like the only time that KJ's been pulled, it's been for Mike Edwards for a dime look.
Okay. Honestly, hasn't really been needed today. Shout out to TB1009BT saying, watching from Thailand, 2:26 a.m. here. Damn, that is dedication. We appreciate that so much. So thank you very much for your support. Les Evans says, Bucs will stay on the ground in the second half. Probably, but hey, why not? Tom says, run the ball when we are close, throw it to Mike Evans in the end zone. Yes. I agree with that as well.
Shad touchdown. I mean, every other player with back in his name on offense has gotten one. He should get one as well, says somebody who has him in fantasy.
Man. 44 says, do some more pony, too. I'd be down with that. Ethan O'Hara says, this is how I thought we'd look all year.
Tough to look that way against the opponents the Bucs had in the first half of the season. And I think that's one thing. We've talked about it a little bit, but they had the hardest strength of schedule in the NFL over the first 10 weeks.
Yes. Again, the quarterbacks that they played Fantastic. A lot of them. Okay. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Now we're good to go. One, two, three, four. All right. Richard Taroka says, if Baker keeps pace, how many touchdowns does he need to throw for a passer rating of 158.3?
I have no clue. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Just
keep playing well.
Yeah. I don't really pay attention to passer rating myself. So no clue how it's calculated.
All right, let's go around the league. Bucs are up 23-0. Chiefs are up 20-6 on Carolina. A very surprising score at halftime. The Washington Commanders are tied with the Dallas Cowboys 3-3. That is very surprising. Dolphins are winning in a blowout against the Patriots 24-0. Titans lead the Texans 20-17. Detroit is up 14-6 on the Colts. That has started in the third quarter. All these other games are at halftime, including Minnesota, who is up 14-10 on the Bears. That game is in Chicago. So, couple of close ones with Washington and Dallas and Tennessee and Houston. I guess Detroit and Indy, you can say that as well with it being an 8-point game. Same with Minnesota and Chicago. And then a couple blowouts with the Bucs, with Miami, and Chiefs Carolina.
Yeah. Chase McLaughlin missed point after is the only thing keeping the Bucs from being even with Miami for the biggest blowout right now.
Yeah. Daniel King says Daniel Jones sitting on his millions watching this game and laughing. Yeah. Where do you think Daniel Jones is going to end up? We were having this conversation on Friday, me and a couple of the other media people.
Yeah.
Because I have one idea.
Baltimore, I think, would be really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, because if you think about their offense, the RPOs and things like that, like Daniel Jones, one of his biggest strengths is his ability to run. Yeah. In some ways, he's actually been a better running quarterback than Lamar during different stretches of their careers. I could see him, and Lamar's had some issues staying healthy over the last few years, which has impacted Baltimore's ability to go deep in the playoffs. So I think that one's a really interesting one. Minnesota would be interesting. I don't see Miami being a great fit because Jones has always been somebody who his time to throw is actually one of the bigger numbers in football, and their entire offense is predicated on getting the ball out quick. So I've seen Miami kind of thrown out there. I just don't get that one.
So the team that I came up with is the San Francisco 49ers because Brock Purdy is not playing today. Their backups, one of them is Josh Johnson, the all-time Buccaneer, former Buccaneer great. And he's not even starting today. I forgot who's starting for San Francisco.
Allen, I think is his last name.
Yeah, something like that. We know how Shanahan can make it work with a lot of quarterbacks. And, we saw what he did with Sam Darnold. I don't know necessarily from like a scheme kind of standpoint, but in terms of like the depth that they have at quarterback, I don't know. I can see Daniel Jones on the 49ers.
Yeah, I mean, Shanahan's changed his scheme a lot. It's much more a shotgun-based offense than it used to be. So I think that could play well for me. It's an interesting thought. I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah. And then, of course, everyone's saying the Cowboys as well for the Thanksgiving game.
It needs to happen before Thursday.
Yeah, that would be fun. All right, we're in the third quarter, folks.
I love this stat on the screen. Tampa Bay has 3 touchdowns. The Giants have 3 first downs.
Okay, we'll see what adjustments the Giants make. I don't know if the Bucs necessarily need to make any. They blitz KJ Britz. Wow, huge adjustments by the Giants. Malik Neighbors with a catch. It's usually a good plan. Give it to your best player.
Yeah, it looks like the Bucs may have been in, cover 2. And DeVito just he got the kind of that hole in between the sitting corner and then the safety coming over the top. So it's a good play.
Now starts the comeback. DeVito looking, has Neighbors again.
Oh, my bad.
At a 9-yard gain. Second and 2 as we start the third quarter. Now the Giants can do a little bit of anything here on second down. Maybe get back into that run game that worked okay. Cutlets for Neighbors again. Incomplete.
Yeah, there's
Incomplete. Jamel knocked it out last second. The refs are discussing it. They're essentially hugging. Doesn't help that the Giants are right there.
Influencing the decision.
Yeah.
And they're calling it a catch.
Reception. All right, so I'll go down as a forced fumble for Jamel Dean.
I also think this may be the most synced year in my TVs have ever been.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know if you challenge it. Well, we know Todd Bowles won't.
Yep, looks like he is.
The T-O-double-D.
Flag down. He's going to lose
Rocking some fly kicks.
He's going to lose this challenge.
Bowles loves to keep his first half timeouts, only to immediately use them in the second half. One Mississippi. Nope, didn't get to 2 seconds. I think that's what the NFL does. They count it that way specifically.
On a slow-mo.
Yes. JB says no catch. Richard Taroka says his second foot didn't come down. MJRVI says, I like the challenge, to be honest. I'm sure Todd Bowles was quite conflicted with what to do on that one. Man, I'm still not over the Baker.
Tommy Cutlets troll.
Yeah.
You want to hear something kind of crazy?
Yeah, I love crazy stuff.
As bad as the Giants are, and as good as the Bucs have looked, if the Giants had beat the Bucs today, they would only be separated by 1 game in the standings.
Yeah, pretty wild. What's the call? Adam P. Park says, let's face it, who knows what a football move is in relation to catches? That is true. Jazzy and Jasmine says, incomplete. The agency. Not interested.
I'll watch it. It's interesting to see.
Both will use a timeout this game. Yeah, he has. Sorry, Josh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's interesting to see some of these big movie stars from decades past moving into some of these streaming TV shows. Like Robert De Niro is doing that Apple TV series with, what's his name, Jason?
Sudeikis?
No. The guy from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, and
I love when he does Dracula's layman.
Yeah. And then Richard Gere now doing the agency for Showtime.
What is his name? Jason. I'm not going to look it up, but yeah.
I'm going to look
Yeah,
it
I
up.
don't know. I think like back in the day, it used to be like
Siegel. Jason Siegel.
Yeah, Jason Siegel. Yeah, I feel like back in the day, it used to be like odd for a movie actor to do like TV, but I don't know. I don't really see the big deal. And I think that's changed since, given quality of TV shows.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. DeVito to Robinson. That's a first down. It's the Giants getting some movement on this opening drive.
Yeah, a little bit of picking on Zion McCollum on this drive. So the very first play to Neighbors, McCollum was sitting in cover 2. Nothing he could really do. It's just good play there. Took advantage of the coverage. The following play, it looked like he was in single coverage on Neighbors, and Neighbors got him moving across the field. And now Wandale Robinson kind of getting past the sticks on McCollum's tackle there.
Giants are inside the 20. That ball was tipped, I think. Nonetheless, it's incomplete. Yeah, Richard Taroka says DeVito getting the ball out fast now. Mark Alonso says, do y'all think Mayfield has awoken a sleeping chicken cutlet giant? He seems to be doing a lot better. I don't think it woke up a giant. Ironically, because he plays for the Giants. I mean, it's tough to play any worse than the Giants did in the first half. Except for, like, no turnovers. Yeah, I don't know. Hasn't been flawless. I think this is 2-down territory for the Giants on this. I mean, you're down 23-0.
Yeah, and DeVito was getting the ball out fast in the first half. I mean, his average time to throw on the game right now is 2.37 seconds, and that's first half and this drive combined.
3rd and 2. They're going to run it with Tracy.
That's a first down.
Giants. Yeah. And at least, like, the Bucs are at least making the Giants have to move down the whole field. It really hasn't been crazy, big plays, quick scores. All right, 1st and goal for the Giants. They are at the 6-yard line. And they're doing some type of wildcat play. Tracy takes the snap. The Bucs are all over it.
Looks like the ball came out.
And the ball's out. The ball is out, and the Bucs appear to have recovered it. So the shutout remains intact. DeVito sank down. I don't know what Tommy DeVito saw. He was lined up all the way to the right. And, of course, was that Vita Vea with the recovery?
Let's see.
All right.
We got the slow motion here.
Tracy's up.
No, that ball is out.
Levante David with the forced fumble. The shutout remains intact. David with a forced. Hell yeah. And that's the one thing I said, like, as terrible as the Giants have been, the only thing they had going for them was they didn't turn the ball over.
Turn the ball over.
And now they did. And
would you mind telling everyone in the chat right now what the lottery numbers are?
Yes. 4256970 10 10. Yeah, there you go.
I thought you were going to go with 8675309.
I should have. I don't even. How many numbers are the lottery numbers?
I don't know. I don't play.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody in the chat can let us know.
Yeah.
Then you can divine them.
Okay, I'm down. Jeff the Champ says Levante David is goated. Bah. Yeah.
He's having a great game.
He is. Richard Taroka says, Jenny. 8675309. Was that Rick Springfield?
You know, I can't.
I got it.
Always enjoyed that one, and then every time I think of that one, I always think of right after it Stacy's mom.
Oh yeah, that was a great song. Fountains of Wayne.
Yep.
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
She's
I was in like 5th grade when that song.
And I waited for so long.
Oh,
Appreciate
Shaggy
you making me feel
44.
old as well.
Sorry, as soon as I said that, I was like, damn. Thank you to Shaggy and Q's44 saying Tommy Two-Tone is, I'm guessing, the one that did 8675309. So we've seen 2 fumbles near the goal line today.
Mm-hmm.
How
and
funny.
And what? 3 overall.
Yeah, because Jamel Dean on Malik Neighbors. 2 in 1 drive.
2 in
How
1
silly.
drive. Mm-hmm.
Wild, man. And now the Bucs have so much of the field to drive. You can get tons of stats for Mike Evans and maybe some rushing yards for the running backs. Here's a rushing attempt for a running back. Bucky Irving gets...
Just will not go down on first contact.
He always goes forward. Always. And Tracy. Oh, Aaron Stinney's on the Giants. That's wild.
Raheem Nunez-Roches as well.
Yes, of course. Love Nacho. 8675309. Throw it to Mike Evans.
Could also use a Rashad White 97-yard touchdown right here.
Yeah. You have to be in the game, but yeah.
Oh, that was not a great throw by Baker.
Yeah.
Looked like it slipped coming out of his hand.
Yeah, or like in a weird way, it seemed like the wind picked up or something. Yeah, you could see there's like a napkin on the field as Baker took a tough shot at the end. So Thoyd and 8, Bucs got to be smart with it. You don't want the Giants to have a glimmer of hope. Let's see what Tampa Bay does. 2 seconds on the play clock. 1. They get the snap. Baker has protection. He's going to move around because that's what he does. He pump fakes. Now he's going to scramble.
He's going to get a first down. He's going to get a first down.
That's the first down. This dude is a gamer. This dude is a gamer.
Oh,
Brilliant.
man.
How do you not love this guy unless you're a Giants fan? How do you not love this guy or a Texas fan? Horns down. Big win for Oklahoma last night as well. Bama's done. Oh, all right. First down for the Bucs. Bucky Irving still in the game. And, man, the streak's over. He finally got tackled the first time he got hit. I agree with Nicola Legistino, who says having a quarterback who can run is so satisfying.
It's very interesting because he's just good enough to make some of those plays, and then sometimes he gets himself into trouble because he's not an elite athlete, but it's fun watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, like he's not a run-first dude, but he tends to get in a lot of running situations. And his legs must be tired because he's been running through my mind all season.
Oh!
Sterling Shepard with a catch. Oh, nice behind-the-back throw, though. He deserves credit for that. Jeff the Champ says, in my T.O. voice, that's my quarterback.
T.O. is a character.
Yeah.
And I love the off-season stuff, like him trying to say that he could still probably play. He's over.
Yeah, every year.
And then you
Just
get these
tweet
like
that whatever team had their top receiver go down that's in the playoff hunt goes, hey,
Yeah.
I'm available.
Well, and then there's the like him running the 40 again. That's going to be a penalty against the Bucs for an illegal shift. The motion receiver was coming forward at the snap.
Another opportunity for Mike Evans. Positives.
These videos. I think there was one like him racing Tyreek Hill this past offseason, but Hill gave him like no TO, but Hill gave him like a 10-yard head start on the 40, and like he beat Hill, but again with the 10-yard head start. Yeah, Sterling Shepard on the illegal motion there.
I still think one of the funniest rivalries going on right now is Vita Vea and Paul Pierce.
They have a rivalry?
They like talk smack to each other. Like Paul Pierce is convinced he could beat Vita Vea in a 40-yard dash.
I'm not convinced.
They talk smack on social media. It's very funny.
You have to call
Hurry up,
out
2
there.
seconds.
That should have been. Wow. That should have been delay of game.
And the Bucs take advantage of it. Ryan Miller getting shellacked, but that's a first down for the Bucs. Wow, yeah, Bucs got lucky. But hey, better to be lucky than good, am I right?
Absolutely.
Man, the wind seems crazy right now. Yeah, throw it to Mike. What are we doing? Actually, he's not on the field. You can't throw it to Mike. It's a pitch to Bucky Irving, who reverses course and gets something. Oh, Nacho gets up and screams. I was about to be like, well, why are you yelling? You're down 23-0, but it's Nacho, so it's okay. Oh, I didn't know Nacho had a son. I know he had a daughter. I mean, I guess maybe he had another kid while he's with the Giants. So now he's Raheem Nunez-Roche's senior. So congrats to Nacho. No Mike Evans again. Sad. Baker gets the snap. He's throwing down the field.
What a catch
by Raheem Jarrett. Nice job. Hells to the yeah. First down, Tampa Bay. Rock and roll, baby. There's Mike Evans. Go play action. Baker Mayfield throwing down the field for Mike Evans, who makes the catch. Stay healthy, Mike. And he gets out of bounds. A little contact.
Mike, your hamstring.
Well done. His hamstring looks okay. Well done, Mike. All right. That's his first catch of the second half. Nicely done. Some more yards for Mike.
And you know, as they show a shot of Dexter Lawrence, the Bucs offensive line has done a phenomenal job of just making him not impactful at all.
Oh, screen the other way to Russell Shepard, who runs in the wrong direction and gets a half a yard.
So that may have been the play that the Bucs have been trying to set up.
Yes.
With those screens to the right throughout the first half. Obviously, this one didn't hit. The Giants did a good job of staying on top of the backside of the play, but we talked about that a little bit in the first half, and it looked like this was the changeup that Cohen was trying for.
Yeah, that's immediately what I thought of when he pump faked it to Bucky. So 2nd and 9, Bucs will go in shotgun. Mike Evans not on the field, sadly. Caught. Nope, dropped by Cade Otton. Odd game for Kate on.
Yeah, 2 drops.
Yeah. Sandwiched in with a big catch down the left side of the field. And it's kind of, again, with the wind and everything, I don't know how easy of a field goal this would be. Again, they're up 23-0. This is kind of champagne problems. Or maybe Kate Otten just did it so Mike Evans can get more receiving yards. That's the story I'm going with. Once again, the refs do not care, but they're going for Mike Evans. That's
there's
going
going to be a flag.
Yeah.
There's going to be a flag. That'll be down to the 1.
And his hamstring looks okay. But the 5 seconds went off the clock before that ball was snapped. I have no idea how they did not call a delay of game, but hey, we'll take it. And that's the longest route that Mike Evans has had to run. Yeah. We got a super chat to get to. We'll address it after this 1st and goal play. But yeah, shout out Trustin Vorbeck. 1st and goal, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans still on the field. Hey, every yard counts, right? Bit of an odd formation. And Rachaad White's in the game, Josh, so there you go.
I could use this.
Mike Evans goes in motion. Are they going to hit it off to Mike Evans? No.
Nope.
Okay, Rachaad White.
Rachaad White.
And the touchdown for Rachaad White. The
Touchdown.
Buccaneers continue to pile on. It's now 29-0 Tampa Bay. Their first score in the second half. Woohoo! Rachaad White with the touchdown early on. Sean Tucker with the touchdown. Bucky Irving with the touchdown. Every Bucs.
Baker Mayfield.
That's 4 rushing touchdowns today. Am I mistaken?
And that just got inside the upright.
That is good. What was the order? Sean Tucker, Bucky, Baker.
Now Shaw.
Yeah, let's see. Scoring plays. So that was the last one. Yeah, so it went Shawnee Tux. Then Bucky Irving. Sean Tucker, Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, shot of White, ball reached the. Pretty cool stat. Oh, yeah, let's get to that super chat. Thank you very, very, very much to Trustin Vorbeck for a $49.99 super chat. That is mighty, mighty kind of you. Trustin says, Nashville Buck here. Went to first Predators hockey game. A few bets won. $1,000. Hell yeah. Here's my donation to my favorite channel on YouTube. What a dominant game. Go Bucks, and glad Mike is back. Thoughts on performance so far? Our defense is insane today. Well, Trustin, again, thank you so much for the super chat. I've heard going to Nashville is a ton of fun. I haven't been in Nashville, and I heard it's a great atmosphere at the hockey game as well. Probably got to see Steven Stamkos, so very, very cool. So thank you for the kind words. As far as thoughts on this performance, I mean, what's not to love? The defense is pitching a shutout. Up until that last drive where Levante David forced a fumble, the Giants had not moved the ball at all. They're generating pressure. They're doing it up front. They're doing it with blitzes. And the offense, moving the ball essentially at will. Some plays down the field, not crazy shots, but Rakim Jarrett had a nice catch. Kate Otten had that one in the first half. Baker scrambling, 4 rushing touchdowns. Can't call it a perfect game, but I mean, it's everything that you wanted from the Bucs.
Yeah, I think that this is what should have been expected of them. The Giants are not a good team, especially on offense, and the Bucs are treating them as such. They've scored on all but one drive. That's fantastic. Yeah. And the defense has played close to lights out, which is what they should do against this offense. So I'm reticent to say take too much away from this game because, again, this isn't nearly as good of an offense as they faced earlier in the year. If they happen to make their way into the playoffs, no offense that they'll face in the playoffs is going to be this bad. Correct, it is similar to some of the offenses that they're going to see down the stretch, though. So it could be indicative of what you might see over the next, 4 to 6 weeks. That's definitely in play.
Yes, it very much is. Q's44 says, remember Godwin, sit the starters. That's true. Diesel Roche, as the Giants go play action, DeVito has time.
Ooh.
Nice pass break up for Antoine Winfield Jr. Diesel Roche says, last 2 Lightning games have pissed me off. Can't lie. Yeah, they lost like 7-6 in overtime, something like that. Tristan Vorbeck, thank you for the $1.99 super chat, says, crazy that the line was Bucs minus 6.5. Free money. Yeah, you can collect that payment now. Ah, man. Almost an interception for Tweez. Still holding out that Christian Isian's going to get an interception playing in his home area. 2nd and 10. And DeVito's calling a timeout.
Didn't like what he saw.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot that he hasn't liked that he put today. They should be calling them Tommy Donuts with putting up zeros on the board. All right, I'll stop with the accents. Tommy Donuts. I might keep that, though. I'm definitely going to use that on the Pewter post-game show. So for those that will watch with this after, we will get Scott Reynolds' live reaction to my Tommy Donuts. Vito to the right side, caught by Wandale, who's tackled by Levante Davis. Okay, I like this because we're at this point of the show.
Okay.
Speaking of DeVito, favorite Danny DeVito movie. Well, this isn't a movie, but it goes without saying. Him in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is one of the funniest things ever. I mean, there's so many Danny DeVito movies, but I don't know how many I've actually seen. Obviously, he's the Penguin in the Michael Keaton Batman movies. I never saw Taxi Driver. I know he's in that. Jordan Whitehead on the blitz. DeVito's going to run. Nope, he didn't run. Caught by Neighbors, first down Giants. Yeah, let's go to.
He was
DeVito's.
Him and Schwarzenegger did a movie together.
Yeah.
Twins or something like that.
I saw that movie, though.
It was good. He was in Haunted Mansion. He was good in that.
The new one?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to his. Wow, he's been in a lot.
He was in Matilda.
Never saw that.
It was good.
I actually. Wait, he's in How High?
I don't remember him.
How High's a great movie. I was talking about that movie yesterday, but just push him out of bounds. What are we doing? Wow, I have not seen as many. I think I've really only seen him in It's Always Sunny and the Batman movie.
He was good in Batman.
Mars. Oh, Space Jam. Oh, yeah. He's he's like the bad guy smoking a cigar. I mean, yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to up my Danny DeVito watching. Levante David on a blitz. Nice tackle by Anthony Nelson. Shaggy says, throw mama from the train. A couple people saying twins. Oh, yeah. Underrated Dan DeVito performance in Hercules, LOL. Very, very
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Phil.
Yeah, good voiceover actor.
Phil. Forgot about him as Phil.
Yeah. Shaggy says, throw mama from the train. Rich Taroka, his friend's cameo. That's right. True Jersey Mike's with the accent.
When you originally said it, I was thinking Joe Pesci because for some reason I get them mixed up when I hear
There
the
is
name.
no such thing as a bad Joe Pesci movie. Everything he's in, fantastic. And the movie.
Do you have
him?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite though?
Probably Goodfellas.
Casino.
But I mean, again, like let's remember, he did serious stuff like Goodfellas and Casino, and then is also the burglar in Home Alone. So like, talk about his range. Oh no, actually, I take it back. My Cousin Vinny, hands down.
Oh yeah. Him and Marissa Tomei were amazing.
Jeff the Champ says twins F the world. Scotty J, one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
I don't think that was F the world. I think that was For the Win.
For the win. Twins for the win. Yeah, that makes sense. Drew says romancing the stone. And yes, now we've gotten to the Joe Pesci part of it. Husker Central agreed. Goodfellas is awesome.
Casino.
Scotty J says my cousin Vinny.
Still like
Richard
him in
Roke
Casino
says
more.
Joe Pesci as Leo Getz in Lethal Weapon.
Oh, that's right. Those were good.
I haven't seen those Lethal Weapon movies.
Oh,
But again, I can't talk about it too much, but because there is some non-PG stuff. But It's Always Sunny, they do a remake of Lethal Weapon. And ironically, actually, never mind, Danny DeVito. But yeah.
There's this great scene in, I want to say it was Lethal Weapon 2, where they needed, him and Danny Glover had to create a distraction at the South African consulate. And so they go in and Joe Pesci goes in and he's like, I have a friend of mine who wants to immigrate to South Africa, but I need you to help me talk him out of it. And the guy, like the guy at the consulate's like, why? It's a great country. So on and so. Now, mind you, Lethal Weapon 2 happened in the early 90s. Apartheid was still happening in South Africa and everything like that. He's like, well, it's hard for me to kind of explain. He's like, let me just get my friend. So he brings Danny Glover over. Danny Glover's black, right? So he comes over and the guy's like, yeah, you should not emigrate to our country at all. And Danny Glover's like, why not? Because you're black. And Joe Pesci goes, well, you are black. It was just an absolute iconic scene. It was phenomenal.
Love everybody bringing up the two Utes, of course, from my cousin Vinny. Two what? Two Utes.
Mr. Gambino, are you on drugs?
Yeah. Christopher Oxentine says, okay, I wasn't aware of how bad the Giants really are. Yeah, they made a movie about it. It's called Little Giants.
Shout out Rick Moranis.
Yeah. And we are in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, of what has been a very fun game. Bucs scored 30 points. Defense has allowed none. All right, best football movies. I mean, Friday Night Lights has to be up there. Remember the Titans. Never saw Varsity Blues, but people talk very highly about that.
I enjoyed it.
The Replacements, great movie.
And now you're back from outer space.
Gloria Gaynor's a personal friend, actually.
Really?
Yeah, so my mom's still good friend to this day. One of her best friends from high school is the manager of Gloria Gaynor, who, for those who don't know, sings I Will Survive. So
iconic song.
Yeah, I've come home, when I was in high school and stuff, I'd come home from work, and it's like, oh, here's Gloria Gaynor at the table for lunch.
Wow.
So
that's
I've met her
awesome.
a couple of times. My mom would go to her Christmas party, and one year, one of the people from the Village People was at the party. I believe the Native American. And my mom did the YMCA with someone in the Village People, which I think is very funny. It'd be like catching a pass from Baker Mayfield.
That is so cool, man.
It's a it's one of those silly 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon type of thing. But yeah, shout out Gloria Gaynor, friend of the program. DeVito's gonna run on 2nd and 16. Jeff the Champ says Varsity Blues is definitely worth the watch, Matt.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the list. Oh, Waterboy. Yeah, Tom. Excellent point. Waterboy. Remember the Titans, no doubt about it. All right, 3rd and 10. 14 minutes to go. And I think we're going to be on Trask Watch kind of soon.
Yeah, that would
Never mind. Giants got a first down. Game back on.
How
Game
come
on, as Wayne's World would say.
I'm just surprised nobody has referenced the greatest football movie of all time, Draft Day.
What about Jerry Maguire? That's pretty much a football movie.
That was. And then I'm trying to think of the one with what's his name?
Fuse 44. The Express is the greatest football movie. A little biased. Yeah, the Elmira Express. Ernie, I always forget his name. Ernie Davis, I think his name is. Husker Central says Little Giants is the best football movie. Oh, the Bucs have officially surpassed the Dolphins for most points scored today.
Another really good football movie. It wasn't about pro, but Necessary Toughness or Necessary Roughness. I think it was. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Oh wow, no, never heard of it. Some people are saying Rudy. I mean, he was offsides. Yes. Most overrated college football program of all time. When the players all went in and quit, they should have just stayed and quit and never reformed the program.
So Necessary Roughness was in 1991. It had Scott Bakula. Kathy Ireland was in it. Sinbad the Entertainer. Rob Schneider was the play-by-play guy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was about a DeVito looks like
run up the middle. Oh my God! Jordan Whitehead nearly took his neck off.
And I think Jordan Whitehead might have just hurt his pec.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, he's pulling that pretty hard. I can't help but think what Tommy DeVito would have done if he scored. Like, does he? I don't know how you troll Baker Mayfield. Oh. Honestly, if you want to troll Baker Mayfield, you got to grab the crotch, like the Oklahoma-Kansas one. Oh, yeah. Longest yard. Great suggestion, James. And Diesel Roche, also a great suggestion. Any given Sunday.
Yep.
And the Giants are on the board.
Devin Singletary. I had him in one of my leagues.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And looks like the ref threw a flag after.
Anyway, Necessary Roughness. It's about a college football program that basically gets completely sanctioned because the old head coach was violating all sorts of NCAA regulations. And everybody gets kicked off the team. They bring in a no-nonsense coach played by, what was his name? Hector Elizondo.
Okay.
He was in Princess Diaries. He played the security guy.
Oh, okay.
So he comes in as a no-nonsense football coach and has to put together a team that, of just basically like non-real football players. So he recruits Bakula, who was like a college football star who never finished out his eligibility and was now in his 40s. Kathy Ireland played women's soccer. They recruited her to be the kicker. Sinbad the Entertainer had turned into a teacher, but still had eligibility. They brought him back to play defensive line, and about them kind of coming together as a team and finally being good. Very good movie. Highly recommend it.
Okay. Another one we haven't mentioned yet. We Are Marshall.
Good movie.
Matthew McConaughey joint. We'll keep it positive on the show for sure. I see some people complaining about the defense. They just let up their first touchdown of the whole game. It took until the fourth quarter. Are we really going to nag on the defense this much? Come on, people. He's 813 with some positivity. Bucs defense finally shows up today. Yeah. I am curious. There's how much time? 11:28. You obviously don't take the starters out at this point. But I do wonder if the Bucs, let's just say they score another touchdown on this drive. I think after that you trask it up. Baker's at 296 passing yards, so it could be a 300-yard day. 24-30 as well, so quite accurate. Mike Evans leads the Bucs, 5 catches, 68 yards. Bucky Irving 6 for 64. So Bucky leads in catches. Evans leads in yards by 4. Oh my God! Oh my God!
What?
Somebody who works for the Bucs tweeted out safety Jordan White sustained a pectoral injury on his tackle of Danny DeVito at the 1-yard line and is out for the remainder of the game. I'm not going to blow up that person's spot, but just wanted it available. So yeah, no head on the Whitehead and Danny instead of Tommy. I'm actually shocked this whole week Scott has not said Danny DeVito once, considering that he used to always say Liam Neeson and not Liam Cohen. So good for Scott for getting that one right. And Whitehead is out for the rest of the game. What the hell was that?
Are they going to have to start it?
That was a mistake.
What are you doing?
I think because it touched him. All right, the Bucs are going to start at the 1-yard line. Weird game for Sean Tucker. Had the touchdown, but then fumbled.
Yeah, just not a good game. I mean, honestly, yeah, he had the touchdown from a couple yards out, but everything else he's done has not been good.
I think he still could have recovered that in the end zone and would have been a touchback. But I don't totally know.
But even, why even try and field that?
Yeah. Right, because that could have bounced just out of bounds, and nobody was close enough. Man, this is on. But we could get a 99-yard touchdown reception to Mike Evans.
That is true.
Cool.
Although you would have to say your hamstring 8 times as he gets down the field.
Yes. He's at the 40, the hamstring's looking okay. The 30, the hamstring's holding up. The 20. Still put together.
All right. The Houston Texans finally get to the Will Levis.
Will Levis finally Will Levis. 2nd and 7. Could get that potential 96-yard touchdown to Mike Evans. Nope, they're going to run it with Bucky Irving, do the safe thing. And first down because he's so good. He's so fast. Bucky Irving is so fast. Baker blocking. Bucky's still going. Run, Bucky. Run. He's so fast. He was running like people were chasing him.
Love him for getting out in front, but he kind of got in the way there.
Yeah, I know.
Great. I mean, good job throwing that block there at the end, though.
Yeah. Bucky. Nucky if you Bucky. Hey, you know what? This is just a great, stat padding for Liam Cohen to be like, yeah, not only did we score 30 points, or at this point, maybe 36, 37, we also had a 99-yard drive for a touchdown. Ooh, JG saying Bucky chants in New York. I love it. Nicola Legistina says, I've never heard an away crowd Bucs chant. That's cool. And Randy Douglas says, Baker faster than Bucky? Ooh, looks like Payne Durham got hurt. Yeah. Oh, Nicola Legistina says, Bucs Life Stadium.
Oh, no!
Oh, my goodness.
Baker.
Baker's on the ground. I think he's just angry about
Yeah,
that.
he's upset about the play.
All right. I mean, very long way to go, but the Giants have a little life. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was weird. Rashad was like running away from it. Let's see if... No, the Jordan White tweet with Danny DeVito is
Still
up.
All right, hold on. I'm finding this.
Oh, man. Too funny. And not one person in the comment mentioned, not the Pewter Report YouTube chat. I meant the comments on Twitter. Not one person has mentioned Danny DeVito. Mark Alonso, I don't think Baker is hurt. He just looked frustrated that they fumbled in that situation. Stan Glassman says, White didn't seem to want the ball. I don't think he knew he was getting it.
No, he knew he was getting it. It was a timing issue there. I would say, if anything, maybe Baker got the snap just a little bit later, or White jumped the run just a little bit early. So that was more timing than anything. He knew.
By the way, obviously, Bucs fans would prefer to the Bucs to win the division, and that is still well within the realm of possibility. But if you want to look at a wild card opportunity for the Bucs, the Commanders are down 10-9 against the Cowboys. That would be
Huge.
Big time for the Bucs if the Commanders could lose today, because obviously they hold the tiebreaker against the Washington Commanders.
That is true.
Yeah. Carolina hanging around with Kansas City, 27-16. Fourth quarter about to start. Lions pulling away from the Colts, 21-6. Vikings pulling away from the Bears. They're up 14, up 24-10. Dolphins, Patriots, blowout. Yeah. All right, Tom DeVito going to use his legs again. That's really the only way the Giants have been in this game.
Yeah, he's done a pretty decent job of getting the ball to Neighbors here in the second half. Exactly.
Yeah, it's been a lot of Neighbors and then the feet of Tommy DeVito. Oh. $8:30 remaining in this game. So, yes, the clock, of course, is a factor as well. And with Whitehead out, that means we're going to see a lot of Mike Edwards.
Bucs tackling has been much better today
Yes.
than throughout the season. And Baker is in the blue tent.
Yeah, so looks like it could be Kyle Trask coming up. DeVito's going to do a designed run. KJ Britt misses the tackle, of course. But it's quickly brought up by everyone else. Oh, Luke. Wow, the irony. Luke Gedeke, of all people, hit into the head of Baker Mayfield. Second and 9. DeVito over the middle. Whew.
Oh, that's incomplete.
Incomplete.
That ended up on the ground.
Challenge at Todd.
No, they're calling it. Yeah. Great job by Edwards to cut that. That's incomplete. Good job by Mike Edwards.
Shaggy wants to know what's our turnover margin today. It's even because the Bucs recovered that fumble and then they just botched the fumble on the last one, so it's even. Or 1-1. There's been a couple of other random fumbles. You had the Sean Tucker fumble, that was recovered by Baker, and of course you had the Neighbors fumble that went out of bounds. 3rd and 9. Elijah Cansey close to Tommy DeVito. The pass is dropped by Theo Johnson. And see what the Giants do. I mean, Baker puts his helmet back on the little post thing. Yep, Giants are going to go for it. Fourth and 9. Giants at the 49. That's kind of funny. DeVito has a little time, throws, and it's low and incomplete, and was probably closer to Mike Edwards than it was Theo Johnson. So that's the second turnover on downs for the Bucs. Baker Mayfield's coming back in, so they're going to be all right. It looked like Baker was coming back in. And now they're saying Baker's questionable to return. But I don't know. He was putting his helmet on.
Yeah, I don't. There's no good reason to put him back in there.
I agree. But they should keep Mike Evans in so he can pad his stats.
I'm at the point I'm like, nope, get Evans out. He's had a solid number of how many yards does he have for the
68.
68. It's a decent start. Let the hammy rest up for next week and keep getting him involved at that point.
They do need him for the long haul. And, they do play the Panthers next week. We've seen the Panthers are at least showing they're not like complete pushovers. At least they haven't been the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're competitive.
Correct. Is Baker in? Somebody tell me. Hey, Wilmer Valderrama. Yeah, good for him. Looks like he's got a new gig.
He's been on that show for a few years now.
Yeah. Learn something new.
That show has been around for 20 years.
Yeah, I know like that has, but didn't know that Wilmer was in it.
Yeah.
And the fans are exiting the stadium. Yep, Baker's still in. No Mike Evans. I doubt Baker's going to throw it.
He threw it backwards.
Oh, no! Bucky fumbles it. I thought Bucky was down.
I did too. But I think Cody Mauch fell on it no matter what.
Yeah. And at this point, like, Bucky's clearly your best rushing running back. Why not go with Sean Tucker at this point? Again, given the magnitude of the game, I know Tucker fumbled early, but, you talk about...
The only thing I can think of is that Tucker, because of the fumble earlier, they're not giving him an opportunity to get back out on the field. But then again, well, yeah. And now Rashad White is in because Bucky fumbled. So,
right. Now Rashad was the running back in on that last fumbled play. So, a lot of dropsies from really both sides.
No, I thought Irving was the one who fumbled the last one.
I thought Rashad was in.
No, it was Irving. Oh, you mean the one with Baker?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I don't necessarily think that was on Rashad. Like, that wasn't false.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I just meant, like, ironically, each running back has been on the field when a fumble has happened.
Yeah, and there have been just a lot of fumbles in this game, right? Like,
yeah.
1, 2 on the Giants side, 3 on the Bucs side.
Now technically 3 for the Bucs.
5 fumbles.
Oh, look at that picture of Todd. I've seen that one before. Looks like he's having fun. Yeah, at this point, I think you get baited out.
Yep. Trenton Gill, this looks like a good punt.
Yeah. Inside the 10.
So some games that could affect the Bucs. Let's start in division. Carolina is down 27-19 to Kansas City. NFC action: Minnesota is beating Chicago 24-10. Chicago is close to the Bucs in record, so that is helpful for them in some ways. I think Minnesota is leading the division in the NFC North.
Detroit.
Oh, that's right. Houston, Tennessee is mainly AFC. Detroit looks like they will maintain that lead in their division up 21-6 against Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And then Dallas, Washington's the most interesting one.
Yeah,
Dallas is up 10-9.
Big time for the Bucs.
Very big.
And we're going to get to see some Chris Braswell. He's lined up on the, I think, right side now. Yeah, because Cansey lined up on the outside. Now he's on the inside. Oh, Vita was so close to getting a safety. Yeah, that poor interior offensive line of the Giants. They've just been manhandled by Vita Vea today.
Manhandled. Yeah.
I think there's a case for Levante, but if you were picking like a defensive player of the game, I think it's Vita Vea.
I would definitely go with Vea. Levante's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Either one would be a great choice.
Cansey as well. I think should get a honorable mention.
And Cansey hits DeVito. I don't know if DeVito's going to get up from that one.
DeVito is Hoyt. He is on the ground and he is Hoyt. And yeah, he's not moving very well. Oh, are you kidding me? They're going to call a flag for roughing the passer. You kidding me? I'm sorry that he's hurt, but jeez. Damn. Yeah, he's like in a weird. Oh, it's offside.
Offsides against the defense.
On Cansey. All right, show us the replay. Come on, CBS. We all want to see the QB hit.
Just literally
right
throws a guy to the ground.
Yeah, right in the ribs/stomach. Because he kind of hit him, because it was like right after the follow-through of the throw, so he was almost like in the air for a second.
Yeah.
And now Drew Lock will finally get to play.
So just while we're waiting for the game to kind of update, and hopefully Tommy DeVito is okay, just kind of looking at the NFC playoff picture, the Bucs are currently 3, 6, 9, 11th in the seeding. With a win here, and there's a good chance that San Francisco is going to lose without Brock Purdy, potentially Trent Williams, and they are playing, I think, in Green Bay. Both teams would move to 5 and 6, but San Francisco would hold the tiebreaker. Washington, if they end up losing to Dallas, they would fall to 7 and 5 and only be one game ahead of the Bucs in the loss column, which is the more important one right now.
There you go. Nice tackle by Zion McCollum with help from Christian Izzy.
The Rams play Philly later today. I think that's the Sunday night game.
That is.
If they lose, they fall to 5 and 6. So that them, the Bucs, and the 49ers could all be tied at 5 and 6, potentially just one game back of the Commanders for the 7th seed. So this could get interesting very quickly.
By the way, Tommy DeVito is back in the game for a 3rd and 7. As
Antoine Winfield will get that sack.
Ends up with the sack. I think I predicted he was going to get a sack as well. And why don't we play the video? Yeah, we're going to play the video.
Trey Palmer gets
finally a return.
Yeah, good one too. Okay.
You have got. Sorry, I just all I can do now is the accents and stuff. But they've got to put Kyle Trask in the game.
You would think. Nope. Baker is trotting back out on the field.
Why is Baker coming back out?
They have Payne Durham in there, but they keep Mayfield out.
Yeah, they're going to run it with Rachaad White.
Gets about 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, all the other starters are pretty much it. I mean, obviously, like, not Mike Evans, but... I mean, I guess if he's just going to get the ball off, whatever. Yeah, Kate on. But even, like, we saw Baker get hurt even with just handing the ball off.
That is true. I didn't even think about it.
And again, like, why not Sean Tucker in this situation? The only thing that's going to happen is Rachaad White can get hurt. That's the only thing beneficial. There's not like a special stat for Rachaad White. If you want to get Bucky Irving over 100 rushing yards because he's pretty close to it, fine. But yeah, Bucky's 13 yards away from it. It'll be the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 2 coming up. Just another reminder to everybody. We will have the Pewter postgame show coming up after the game. We're going to recap what happened in the Bucs victory. We're going to highlight all of the many great moments. There's really no lowlights to get to. I mean, A couple
The
sprinkled
fumbles.
in, but yeah, fumbles for sure. Todd Bowles' usage of personnel at the end of the game. But yeah, it's going to be a fun show. It'll be Scott and myself. So please join us. And yeah, we're going to have fun. Gonna have some fun. Oh, all right, Bucs fans. We appreciate you all being with us this afternoon. We have two choices for the post-game headline. Will it be, or should it be, Bucs slay the Giants in New York? And Josh would love to get your input as well.
Okay.
Or Bucs get giant win in New York.
B. I like B.
Bucs get giant win in New York. All right.
I'm a fan of puns.
What was I looking for? That's right. Some images to put on.
Well, the weather outside is weather.
Weather.
Name that movie.
I believe it's Anchorman, is it not?
No.
Is it a Will Ferrell movie?
No, it is a Judd Apatow movie. And I'm pretty sure you're thinking of the correct actor, because Paul Rudd was in Anchorman, and he is the actor who sings/says that line. It's a movie we referenced previously on this podcast. This specific stream.
Today or just in general?
Today. Yeah, no, today.
Oh, sorry. I read it in the comments. Jordan Schneiderman says forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Very good. Paul Rudd as the surfing instructor.
Yeah. My name is Kikyoku, or whatever his name is, or PPOP, I think it might have been.
Yep. He was a highlight of that movie, and that movie was really good all around.
That is a great movie. Again, Dracula's Layman. Fantastic. It's getting kind of hard to believe things are going to get better. Van Helsing, I swear to the Lord, I will slay him. Ah!
Underrated performance by Bill Hader as the
His brother or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right, 3rd and 2. Bucs run it with Chad, and it'll be.
Just go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah, why not? Let Tom Moore decide. Oh, Baker Mayfield. Fourth and 1. Ryan Miller goes in motion. They run
They're
again
gonna
with the
stuff
shot.
them.
And not gonna get it.
Good on the Giants defense for continuing to
Still playing.
give full-on effort on that 4th and 1. All right, guys. I need 23 points in 71 seconds.
Good luck, my man.
That's more than 3 what? Yeah, that's around 3 seconds per point.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think anybody can run that fast. Well, you do get them 7 at a time in that situation, so.
Right. DeVito caught by Robinson. Minute to go. Here's to you, Wan'Dale Robinson. 55 seconds.
Tick, 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 tick.
Oh, finally a change at linebacker. Ha, ha, ha.
Yaya Diaby just got worked.
Did he?
Yeah, he got tossed to the ground. That doesn't happen very often. That dude is strong.
All right, 40. Why did the Giants call timeout? Come on.
There have been no passing touchdowns in this game.
Yeah, pretty wild. Very old school. Shout out to Jacob Hardy, who says, just walked out of the stadium. Giants fans were leaving at halftime. Well, thank you so much for attending the game and then also paying attention to our show. We're getting on it now. Either way. Yeah, that's so cool. Hope you had a great time. I'm sure you did with how the game went. DeVito over the middle, caught, tackled by Izzy, who's going to have a high tackle number by the end of this.
Izzy's had a really good game, too.
Yeah. Again, playing in front of friends and family, all that good stuff. Izzian he actually leads the team with 9 tackles.
There you go. 10.
And that one might go to JJ Russell. Oh, wait, no, just update. He has 10 now. So congrats to him. Double digit.
Yeah, I was going to say assisted tackles count.
Yeah.
That Bucs fan should have a much bigger smile on his face than he does.
Yeah, right? All right. DeVito to the outside, caught by Tracy, which stops the clock as he gets tackled out of bounds. So the Bucs are going to improve to 5-6 on the season. They will be 1 game behind the Falcons, but technically 2 due to the tiebreaker. But either way, a very nice bounce-back win for the Buccaneers.
Yep.
After a dreadful 4-game losing streak, tons of injuries. DeVito's pass is tipped. They're just going to let this play out. All right.
Flag on the play, too, so stops the clock.
Yep. That's what we all need.
DeVito looks like he is the person in that stadium who wants the clock to be at 0 more than anyone else.
Screw it. Just chuck it deep on this next play.
I think they're going to get the right tackle on holding.
Yeah.
Buffing the passer.
Yo, that sucks, especially for Braswell if he ends up getting fined and it's like it's the last play of a 30-7 game. Anyway, Tanner James Goff says, I will vomit after saying this. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And it's great for the Bucs. It is going to destroy a parlay of mine.
Yeah, I bet pretty big on the Commanders to cover 10 points. But I did not have them in the parlay, so I guess it'll kind of even out. By the way, shout out to the under in Seahawks-Niners. Seahawks, whoever they're playing. Cardinals. So, under 47.5. All right, 8 seconds to go. Bucs defense all at the end zone. DeVito throws incomplete.
4 seconds left.
Last play, God willing. If there's no penalties, no whammies, do not pass go, do not collect $200. None of that happens. This will be the last play of the game.
Yep. And if you are a Bucs fan, you should be rooting for Green Bay and Arizona and Philadelphia in the late games.
That's right. Wow, Cowboys putting a slacking on the Commodores, 20-9. So that's big. That's big, people.
Well, Lionel Richie, he's pretty old, so makes sense.
DeVito throws to the end zone again.
That'll do it.
And that's the ball game, folks. Bucs win 30-7. They improved to 5-6 on the season. A complete ass kicking. We have one more video to play. long time since we played that video, but a lot of fun. Bucs win. We'll have the Pewter postgame show coming up in a little bit. And, of course, that means Monday's show is a Victory Monday. So that's going to do it for us. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with us the whole game. A lot of fun, especially when the Bucs win like they did today. So for Josh Queipo, I'm Matt Matera saying thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you soon for another Pewter Game Day show. Peace out.
Out.